1. Cooper. Cooper spotted her in the crowd of art enthusiasts at his inaugural gallery opening. He monitored her as he spoke with his other guests. She moved from painting to painting, pausing for a moment in front of each one. As she studied the bald eagle composition, she twirled a strand of honey-colored hair around her index finger and gnawed on her lower lip, mannerisms Cooper knew all too well. When she turned away from the painting, her eyes met his, and a smile crept across her bow lips. She had changed in the years since he'd last seen her. How long had it been? 3 years. Maybe 4. She was no longer the tomboyish teenager who had stolen his heart. She was now a sophisticated young woman. Annie strode confidently toward him with shoulders back and head held high. But she greeted him with a playful slap on the shoulder, yet another reminiscent gesture. "Cooper. I'm so impressed. Who knew you had such talent?" "It came as a surprise to me as well," he said with a chuckle, a sound foreign to his ears. He'd been unhappy for so long. Was he finally coming out of his funk? "How did you discover this talent?" "Totally by chance. I walked past an art store during my lunch hour one day, and the display of supplies in the window inspired me to go inside. I decided to give it a try. I bought a canvas and a few tubes of paint, and here we are." Her doe brown eyes widened. "Are you serious? You just went home and created your first masterpiece?" Heat radiated up his neck. "Not exactly. My first attempt was a disaster. I took a couple of painting workshops at the Fine Arts Museum to develop my techniques." Annie looked around the room at the paintings, her gaze landing on the bald eagle. "The eagle is by far my favorite. The scenery looks like Moss Creek. Is that where you spotted the eagle?" "Good eye." A faraway expression washed over Cooper's face as he remembered the experience. "It was one of the most magnificent things I've ever witnessed." He came out of nowhere, gliding over the lawn before careening back toward the marsh. "I'm lucky I had my camera with me. I snapped dozens of photographs, which I used later when working on the painting." "Have you seen him again since that day?" she asked, her eyes still on the painting. "No, but I've been on the lookout for him." A server approached with a tray of white wine in plastic cups, which they both refused. "Is this your catering gig?" Cooper asked. She dipped her chin and glared at him from beneath furrowed brows. No. Tasty Provisions doesn't serve cheap wine and store-bought cube cheese." "My bad." "Sean is the foodie in the family," he said about his twin brother, the restaurant owner.
Sample complete. Ready to continue?